Okay, we're back. Dr. Wanda J. Evans-Brewer, seated with
Gia.
and she likes to sing it now. So, this is Gia Boo. So we're sitting for, now this is number 5.
No, this is number 6.
It's 5.
6.
So in any case, we're seated to continue our discussions on Ghana. And so we were chatting and we began to discuss Agyir. And Agyir is the school that I enrolled Gia in Tema, Newtown. And when she was sharing with me about it, how did we get onto that conversation?
We were just sitting in a room and I told you about my, was it about the computer teacher? Yeah, my computer teacher, he teaches with the chalkboard, but he makes a picture of a diagram.
So, I don't know how I thought they was teaching computers. I saw, and I told you, there was a picture that went out of a gentleman, from Ghana, who was also teaching computers from the chalkboard, and he had done an elaborate job with chalk to show every component of not only the computer but also like sort of a mock keyboard so that you could see that. And someone saw it on the internet, and Microsoft donated some computers to that particular school. So Agyir has not had that blessing. I don't know what I thought. I didn't even know Agyir had a computer class, to tell you the truth. I selected the school solely off of the fact that Susie, her sister mom, was going to be there. I wanted her at a school where she at least knew one person, but I preferred that it was at least somebody that was a responsible adult. So she's a responsible young adult. I had no idea about the school. So, Jill, what did you think when you saw it? Because you've been raised around computers. You don't know life without a computer in your home. What was your come on? Give us your honest reaction.
Okay.
What did you think when you?
Okay, what I thought in my mind was, I didn't either understand it either, but I still understand the computer teaching, but I don't understand how could you be a computer teacher without computers?
And this is what I want to know. Okay, how could you be a computer teacher without computers? The 150,000 question, $1 million question, of which you're not going to get none of this money from me.
I know.
Okay. Was he doing a good job?
Yes.
How do you know?
I can tell because some of the Africans have never seen a computer one day in their whole entire life.
Really?
So he was teaching them, this is how a mouse works, this is what a mouse is, this is what the computer does, and this is what it can do, and this is how you delete something, and this is how you put it on.
Okay, so when he's at the board teaching these things, are the students keeping notes? Are they simulating? Are they pretending to move a mouse? Is there any sort of thing on their desk that aids this process? Like, what's happening?
With them, they just draw a picture of the mouse, and it just showed the parts of it, like, okay, this is the left button, this is the right button, this is the
You want me to help you?
Yeah.
Let me know if you need help. Do you want me to help you?
Yes.
Okay. You're talking about the mouse. You're talking about this is the ball that it rolls on.
Yes.
This is the cord. This is, okay, so he broke down things like that. Now you who've already experienced a computer, that have a computer, that have a tablet, that have a smartwatch. It's a parental smartwatch. All she can do is call. Who can you call on your smart?
The only people I can call is my family members.
Whoever I put in there.
Yes.
So to date, she only has 4 numbers in there.
Your number, my dad's number, my brother's number, and my sister-in-law's number.
I think that's enough.
And Isaac's number.
Yeah, and we were shocked when we got there. The smartphone would not work at all in Ghana, and that was part of the reason I got it, was that I wanted to at least be able to text a little,
Yeah.
talk a little, but I didn't want a whole bunch of technological distractions, but I also wanted something that would stay with her. Okay, so we digressed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been exposed to computers, and your teacher comes in with a computer like that. Well, he's teaching computers like that.
Mm-hmm.
Was you learning? What did you get anything out of it? Was it anything new he unfolded for you?
No.
It wasn't new for you.
I've known computers my whole life.
But you didn't feel like it was a waste of time.
It wasn't a waste of time because here and there he'll bring up a topic I've never heard of.
Like?
I can't think of it now.
Can't remember.
Yeah, but I still remember some topics.
Was you focused and well behaving in his class?
Yeah.
Okay, and how often did this class meet?
We don't really have computer a lot. But
okay, so it's not an everyday class.
It's not an everyday
Thank
class.
the Lord, because I cannot imagine teaching you how to be on a computer from a board daily. Like, it just seemed like you would be bored out of your gourd. Like, it would just be too much to.
But he's a fun teacher, so he makes it a little bit.
You know what?
Fun.
He's so fun. What's his name?
I don't even remember half of these teachers' names. I haven't been with them for like.
I knew I was going to stump on that. Yeah, but you think he was a great teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, part of the way Gia and I got into this conversation is I was so grateful when I returned. I said, wow, I did some like deep stuff. I took my baby out of an American school in her community and enrolled her within a week into a school in another country where she didn't know nobody, didn't speak the language, didn't know the community, nothing, and dropped her butt off and put her in that school. I did gift the school. I gift them some books and some musical instruments and things like that. But they refused to accept tuition from me. They didn't want me to pay tuition. They was happy to receive Gia. And I was just so grateful. And I said, well, when we return, I wanted to gift the school some technology. So I've begun to get tablets. And so what I do is I just...
I can see it.
Yeah, I'll show a couple of them. So what I do is I just get online.
It's a little bright.
It is bright. I get online, and there's a couple of websites I know where people are selling used Amazon tablets. This is a good one. And so I try to find gently used. I will take them with cracks in them as long as they function well. This is an example of one, because now to repair them is nothing. It takes nothing to repair them.
I thought this one was very pretty though.
Yeah, I like the case for this one.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Yeah. So today, with the tablets, and I did this for Lilonia, but today I have, how many tablets have I gotten for the school? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 tablets.
You just got a new one today, right?
Yeah, that made the 7th tablet.
Okay.
So they have 7 tablets. So I told her, I said, I'm going to donate. My goal is 20. And so this is, what month is this?
This is the 14th
of
April.
So I said, I'll just, every other week, I'll get a tablet, a used tablet. I usually don't pay over $20 for them. I like them. I try to find companies that ship for free or people that are shipped for free. But my goal is 20. And I said, when I get on the plane, I'll take these and I'll present these to Agyir so that wonderful teacher will actually have what I consider to be a mobile technology lab. So I'll make sure that the headmaster, Master Ben is his name, right?
Yes.
Well, he's the proprietor. Yeah. Who was the person that ran the school? The other gentleman.
He is Master Richard.
Okay, so between sitting down with both Master Richard and Master Ben, I'll turn it over to the school, because Agyir is a private school, if I'm not wrong. It's not public, I don't think, is it?
No, it's a private school.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think.
okay, this would be the property of the school. So they, when I gift these type of technologies, I let the schools decide because they know which teachers are rotating or leaving or who they think could be most responsible. I let them have. One, I'm an educator, so I show educators respect. You know what's best for your school. You know what's best for your classroom, and I release the gift over. So part of how this whole discussion started with G and I was, I'm on this search. She said, "Wow, they're really going to like that because my computer teacher was teaching from the chalkboard."
Your face turned when I told you to.
Because I'm 32 years in the game and I don't want to teach computers from no chalkboard. That just seems just so hard and so boring. But then you described him as, a really fun, energized person, and thank the Lord it wasn't every day. But still, it's just these are the impossible things that Africans have to go through, that they go through with teaching, and they still produce a pretty quality student. And so, I want to gift them. I want to bless them that way. So Gia was so happy, and that's where we at with that. So that's one of the surprises that I came to learn about education in Africa. So it's not just that school. There's tons and tons of schools like that. With I thought the U.S. had a huge digital divide, which it does. I mean, it's just a whole bunch of have and have nots. And then there's people that have the technology, but they only use it for pleasure. So they only use it for social media, but they're not actually doing anything that would build skill sets. When you can do a PowerPoint, or you can use Publisher, or you can do Excel, or you know how to move all sorts of documents, or do digital editing. They're not really necessarily doing that, and we're seeing it now with this pandemic where everybody is forced to be online because the schools are closed, and you're seeing where people are in shock. They don't know what to do because they've never actually done things online that was completely educational and productive. So thank you, Gia, for sharing that about Agyir. And look at how things worked out. I had already started collecting, and then you told me about this wonderful teacher with a huge problem, something that he really shouldn't even have to face. And so, what else you want to share about Agyir before we wrap up?
I want to share about me being in my GAN class.
Was you in the guy class?
Okay, hold on.
This is what I know. You picked up, in general, in the community, you picked up a lot of guy.
Yes, I only picked it from the community. I never got a real chance to.
Listen. Your mother is married to a Ghanaian who speaks God. It's his first language, and he never taught me what? He didn't teach me one word. I think he taught me ba.
I taught you that.
Did you teach me ba?
Yes.
I stand corrected. He didn't teach me nothing. And every week you were showing up with your little God language.
Don't have that little evil little queen stuff.
Okay, so what you want to tell us about your guy?
Okay, so in class, since I didn't understand, my cousin Susie would translate for me.
Okay.
So she was speaking the language for the other kids, and for the children who don't speak.
How many children didn't speak?
Me.
So you were being catered to. You were spoiled.
Hold on, wait a minute. How can you teach the whole class in their language when I come from America, where the only language I was born to know was English?
You would be surprised that this issue is a long-standing issue in education. Because now the same thing that you're saying now. Think about the young person that comes from that immigrates here and is put into an American classroom, and they're being asked to take on this whole task of processing, reading, comprehending, breaking down, writing, expressing themselves in English, and their first language is Spanish or French or Portugal, or you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then you also have the other problem, which is people who have lived here their whole life. And okay, I'm black, so I have to speak for us, where they've learned a broken English that we call Ebonics. And so Ebonics is its own language itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're asking them to read, comprehend, process, analyze. So yeah, it's always nice to have somebody stand there and translate.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times, like I can tell you with immigrant children, I can tell you with poor urban children, you just have to get in where you fit in. You don't have nobody translate for you. If you don't understand, oh well, you just don't understand. Then imagine when you get to a standardized test. So I'm glad that Susie loved you enough to do that. But I just want you to know that in general, that rarely happens. You almost never have anybody translate for you. You end up having to get a tutor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or go to a after school program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. Or like at the school up the street, they have their dual language.
Mm-hmm.
They are you have some schools that has English as a second language programs, but then you also have dual language where they teach everything on and off in the same language. So, do you feel like she helped you, or do you feel like you should have just been submerged? Would you have, when we go back, would you like to just say, don't translate for me, let me just deal with it? Let the words rain down on me.
Okay. Yeah, but no at the same time.
Always looking for a lifeline, ain't you?
Because I only know a little bit from what my friends have
But you so
taught
good
me.
at language. When we was in South Africa, you was running around with those Zulu kids, and your Zulu started blowing up. When we was in Uganda, you was running around. Nathan, I know you was talking Luganda. You have an amazing ear for language. Do you know that about yourself?
I know that about myself, but
Your pronunciation, your enunciation, your memory, it's really good, Jill Boo. Have I ever showed you Eartha Kitt?
no.
I have to show you Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt, that was the original Catwoman, the black woman that was with the whole Batman Robin series. Eartha Kitt. She spoke 7 languages.
No.
A little black girl from the cotton field. She spoke 7 languages. So, and I've told you, I said, you might want to major in what? What did I tell you might want to major in? You don't remember?
Mm-mm.
I said languages. I said your ear is so good. That's a gift. She laughing. It's a gift. She don't even take it serious. But when I say stuff, as soon as I say the word, she correct me. What's your word? What's fat?
Obolo.
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 See? Obolo. Does that make it better?
No! You just sound like the crazy person.
Okay. What's skinny? Chingaling.
Chingaling.
Is it? Okay.
Ew.
What else? What's give me some titles. Like mom, dad, this. Do you know any of those type of things? Oh, what's a greeting?
Greeting.
Mm-hmm. And don't say like Isaac speaks. Yellow.
That's what he says on his phone.
That's because that British accent. Yellow.
It sounds like he's saying yellow.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Greetings. I don't know. Sometimes they do their greetings.
It's usually English.
English.
Yeah, it's a lot of English. Yeah. Well, thank you, Jill Boo, for sitting down.
Yeah.
Nice session about Agyir and technology, the technological divide, the need for computers and tablets and smartphones and anything else.
No.
No. Okay.
We can.
We can sign off.
Yeah. We'll see you at part 7. Part 7.
Signing off.
Bye bye.